Good afternoon, evening, or day, ladies and gents. You know who it is. There was some rather exciting Just Cause 4 leaks that came out recently. They were taken down, but you know, I managed to acquire some footage of that. So I'm just going to dive straight into it. So there was a rather large UI update since the last gameplay reveal. So the chaos meter is up the top right, and it shows all the important information like your heat level, your chaos bar, whether or not your squad is ready. We'll get to that in a second. The weapon info is down bottom left, and it's been added upon since the world premiere. And somewhat controversial, the online challenges from Just Cause 3 do return in this. So, you know, it'll be interesting to see if they've learned their lesson and let you disable that, or if they make the same mistake like last time. There's more info on Ultimate Fire. The FAMAS, which again we'll get to in a second, has a Charred Shot, which seems to be able to lock onto enemies before you fire, and that's really cool. Like, what the hell? It's basically auto aim. The jet with the foldable wings is a carpet bomber, but the weird thing is it does seem to have ammo for its bombs, and I'm not sure if they're going to keep that. There's definitely a radio in this game. Whether or not that is like a really wide, diverse selection, or if it's anything more than just general in-game ambience, is yet to be seen. The Grapple Customization UI menu. This looks so good. There's 3 distinct loadouts, and it seems like you can choose which mod goes on each end, but that's speculation on my part. It just looked like you could change them. There are 3 settings per mod. There's automatic, which sounds like it just automatically activates as soon as you've finished tethering something together. Tap, which means you press it once and it turns on. Or hold, which seems to be for more fine-tuned stuff. Some more really interesting news is that the Typhoon Gun makes a return from Just Cause 3. And this time it looks like you can use it when you're parachuting, and it actually pushes you away. Like, you couldn't do that in Just Cause 3, so I don't know, maybe you could. I wonder if you could use it when you're wingsuiting for like a boost. Anyway, so, and then we cover up the desert area. There are some rather large sand dunes. Buggy from Just Cause 3 returns. And the front line looks really dynamic. It looks really good. There's one side with the rebels, and they were fighting the enemies across like a valley or a ravine of some kind. And there was just constant shooting, like bullets were nearly hitting Rico. There were explosions going off everywhere. It looked really sick. Moving on, Marshmallow, the DJ of all people, had a gameplay video for Just Cause 4, and we just get a little more info on the UI menu on the top right. It shows you the chaos, any objectives, other info like squads. Again, coming up in a second. There's a friendly NPC which seems to be called Mira. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. She's a friendly rebel, and she guides you through the airport liberation. During the mid-left of the screen, whenever you go to a new area, a UI pop-up comes up and shows you the area name, the collectible status, but it only seems to show up when you enter a new area, so it's not constantly in your face. The Railgun, it requires a charge up, and it looked like there were 2 stages of charge up, the first one being the minimum amount, and so you have to charge up the minimum amount or else it doesn't shoot. And then it seems to charge all the way up to a second, like, bar almost. And I'm guessing it does more damage the more you charge up that second bar. Again, that's speculation on my part. There's a new weapon. The icon looks very similar to a FAMAS, and it's called the Combat Rifle, and it has a burst fire. And the interesting thing is it seems to lock on to people when you're like getting ready to fire it, and then when you did, it like homed in on an enemy. Objectives are shown on screen with this light blue neon hollow arrow, and I sort of like it. It's not in your face, and they're not huge, but you know, they're eye-catchy enough to know that there's something you still haven't completed yet. The Airship. There's an airship in this game. We only saw it for a brief moment in Marshmallow's video, but we got some more stuff of that coming up in the Cube section. Squads. It says squads available. Is that some kind of rebel support, or maybe it's some sort of like ghost, like multiplayer thing? Because we have the online like leaderboards, right? And so if they're returning, maybe there's some sort of ghost system where you can take down a base and then sort of like upload a ghost, like a racing game. That's heavy speculation on my part. It's most likely rebel support, but I don't know. You know, I'm just hoping for some sort of multiplayer element. Okay, guys, God. Finally, onto NerdCube's video, we have a proper death screen and a proper loading screen. The loading screen at the moment seems to be the concept art for the game, and not that I'm complaining, because, I mean, those mountains look spectacular. Rico ragdolls if he sucked too far up into the tornado. We saw that briefly in the official trailer. I didn't actually realize it was going to be a gameplay element, but yeah, if Rico gets sucked too far in, he ragdolls and gets spat out. It seems to be that, like, it's a bit of a self-feeding loop. If you don't manage to get your way out of that cycle, you're gonna be ragdolling for a while. The heat level is shown at the top right. The airship belongs to the enemy, and it seems like its main purpose is to spy on all of the occupants in the area, which is sort of creepy if you think about it. Like, you don't want people to know you had a shower at like 2 o'clock. On top of this, it looks like you can walk around faster on top of the airship. I'm not sure this is just exclusive to the airship, because it is a rather large vehicle. It would suck if you were bent over a whole bunch, like in Just Cause 3, when you had to, if you wanted to get from one side of the cargo plane to the other, you were sort of stuck either hunching over and really slowly making your way across, or grappling to it. But we'll find out if this trait's shared with other vehicles in the game. And finally, the airlifters, they do seem to be affected by the wind cannons. There's a whole lot of new info we've learned about today. What's your favorite part? I mean, mine's obviously the airship, because, like, what the fuck? You see how fast that was going? Anyway, subscribe for more videos like this. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. I'll be updating you guys with any new info as soon as it comes out. Peace.